I think most people prepare their heads for the workday on the commute. Since I work in my home studio, my commute looks a little bit different, but it does the same thing. It's about 10:16. I've eaten, showered, fed the animals, had a smoke, caught up on the news, but I did something else earlier that won't take effect for another 40 minutes. So now is the time I use to get mentally calibrated for work. If I time it right, I should feel the spark of inspiration about halfway through the journey. The first game I ever fell in love with was The Elder Scrolls III Morrowind. There was an element in the game that totally lit me up and opened up a whole new pastime pursuit outside of the game itself, and that is alchemy. In the game, you can gather herbs, go to a lab, knock out beneficial potions to use in the game. I was so enchanted by the process of making potions and poisons in the game using solvents and reagents that I started actually collecting apothecary and vintage chemistry equipment for my house. For a time, I even made tinctures and salves and stuff for minor first aid, but it was all about the experience of the process and was all really unlocked by the magic of this game. So this morning, I'm going to teleport you to a world I know pretty well. It's called Tamriel. It's the online version of the Elder Scrolls game I was just talking about. And the things I love about the original version are implemented and expanded in this game in a world of 8 million other players. So I'm going to head off into Tamriel the way I know how to do it. And you can tag along with me or drive there, I guess, if you want. So this is House Silverius. Each of these 4 ranking members up here has a special talent that provides for the house. So this is Theo the Red, not to be confused with the original Theo, but Theo the Red is a master thief, kind of a shadow stalker. He's a Nightblade bow and dual wielding hybrid. So he pins down his target from range and then usually unleashes up close with a couple of one-handers, usually daggers. This is Minus the Bear. He is the General Patton of the house. He's great with the formidable mobs in Craiglorn, which are pretty tough by nature. There's some great resources out here in this area. So I put some points into great gathering skills that he's got, where he can pick ore in half the time, and so just get it and get out. And he'll clear virtually any mob that stands in his way. He's pretty brutal, actually. And I'm not really a warrior class by nature. So here we have Yarko the Red. This is the class that I love the most. He is a sorcerer, a nice sorcerer in this case, with a taste for necromancy. He usually stays at range as much as possible, letting his ugly resurrected pet, and I hate these things. They keep the mobs focused on the pet while Yarko throws curses and shards from a distance. It doesn't always work, so you got to be able to bob and weave when it's called for. He used to die constantly when I had him in cloth, light armor, so I put him in heavy armor to extend his life expectancy. And finally, we have our host for the hour. This is Theophilus the White, and he is the founding father of the house. He's been a lot of things in his 4-year stint as a Templar. But now, after training him up for almost 2 years, he is the master craftsman of the house. He has essentially a PhD in alchemy, provisioning, which is cooking, woodworking, and blacksmithing, which is kind of what we're going to take a look at. Alright, so I have to go to but we found that special crafting station. Ooh, and there's a Minotaur. I'm going to fight him just because I want to. Sometimes they drop plans. It's a big, huge pain in the ass, so I'll tell you that. Especially, is that a shaman? That's why. Yeah. I like to try and kill them without using my ultimate. Ooh, I have pretty good stamina regen. Okay, so he went down. Damn it. Nothing but alkahest. Use alkahest to make poisons. There's another... Oh, there's a little skeleton guy running. Huh. Being chased by another skeleton. Alright, here we go. A little beetle trying to hide in the weeds there. It's a beautiful day on the Gold Coast. Alright, here we go. So we're going to craft, but we're going to craft in a set, as you can see here. So there's all the stats. It increases weapon critical, 3 weapon, weapon damage, and when your target's below 25% health, you add 156 damage to both light and heavy attacks. That means when you just swing normally, and when you hold the mouse button down to swing bigly. So we're going to be crafting a helmet in the Kvatch Gladiator style set. So these are all of the pieces of armor that I've researched that are eligible for this set, and that happens in here. So when I go to helm, so what we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So if a set of armor requires 7 traits researched for each piece, that's the size I can go. I might have 8. I might on the queries. 8. That might take a long time because it starts taking 30 days to research these things. He's a level 24, so we're going to go 24, and actually that's the last in steel. Then we move to, I never know how to say this, or chalcum. We're going to craft it in the Minotaur style. Minotaur if you're British. Minotaur if you're a Yank. Now, I'm kind of a chicken shit. I've lost too many pieces of equipment, because if you take this to a chance 50% and you hit improve, you could break it and you would lose everything. So I always go to 100%. Now, I'm a casual player, so it's taken years to build this group of characters up. And one of the reasons is that leveling takes a backseat to crafting for me. And it's the crafting and the gathering for crafting and the selling of the items crafted that makes this step in my day so, I don't know, critical is a strong word, but very important. Crafting seems to activate the multi-step processing apparatus in my brain. And if the Adderall hits while I'm crafting something or selling something, even better. So a lot of pre-planning goes into crafting armor. So even right now as I'm talking to you, the lightning is starting to strike. I'm engaged in the details of the game, and my mind is drawing parallels in the real world, which is what I want. So while I run around getting materials in the game here and things I need to craft and sell something, I'm also thinking about what I need to finish, say, a song that I'm recording. It could be things like finish the piano motif over verse 2, or tighten the head on the djembe, work out chord progressions in the bridge, and that by itself opens up subcategories like update GarageBand app, because I use GarageBand to experiment with chords and structure. Order the iRig MIDI cable I can't find, and that takes me to another subcategory, something like update my payment info on Amazon, so I can do that. So the multi-step stuff is happening, and it's really been triggered, I think, by both, the ADHD medication, which I like to call focus pocus. But the game puts me into multitasking mode. More importantly, though, it inspires the creative process to me. It is escapism for sure, but I think all of us chase dragons of some sort. It's kind of hardwired in. Tomorrow I'll show you one of my secret weapons. It's an elixir. Not many people I know, in fact, face the day or the dragons without it. So I'll give you a look at that tomorrow. Until then, take care of yourselves, outsiders. See you tomorrow.